much nice and clean body.
What channel?
Trending and stream body.
Yo, people, welcome back to the Fix. It's Boy are here with Ari, and we have our money in the building. But before we get to that, we have to say big ups to our sponsors, Itopia Life Herbal, Sir Cannabis and Culture combined for one of a kind experience. You can visit them at 10A West Kings House Road, just across from Canadian Embassy. Also, you can follow them on Instagram at Itopia Life or visit their webpage at itopialife.com for the latest info on strains and merch. This video is also brought to you by Pure 24, pure natural supplements designed to enhance the body and mind. They make supplements affordable, effective, and easy to use. You can visit their website at pure24store.com. Their product ship all across the world. I don't know, say you can use that promo code, The Fix, to get 50% off all purchases. That's promo code, The Fix, to get 50% off all purchases. There we go. I was just saying, people who have a money hoe in the building.
You hear him say this? Me hear him, as I'm still. But
Friend of the show.
Yeah,
a living legend.
He might try sweet it up.
Macka Diamond. Macka know how we do.
Yeah, we know. But me
know
are prepared.
we
I want to say it. I want to say it to you. I want to say it in one different language still.
Wow.
Well, you frequent the Latin markets. I'm sure your Spanish is great.
But I don't know if I said I wanted that way still, but
God. Yo, Macka, what going on with you? What's happening?
you don't know, I'm still around doing my thing. You don't know it go. That is what is happening, and Macka Diamonds are forever.
Yeah.
So there's a bag of things that go on the same way, and I mean they know it go already. We know life going on, ups and downs, but we still hold it, because that's how life is. But
Life not only have its ups and downs, but it have its curves too, and they must say, oh, you get some extra curves.
You Dr. Miami.
No, I always have my
curves. Are the rumors
them.
true?
I always have my curves. I'm still in it, but it's just that a couple of years ago when people realized that I changed my diet. So when you change your diet, you're gonna lose everything, and then it build up back. So I mean, that's the good fact. Them now.
That's
the good sexiness.
That's how you're spinning it, Macka. I don't recall you having this much ass. I don't recall.
No, well, people who grew up with me will understand. They know. Like even after having my son, I have one son.
Yeah.
I grew this big, bottom bar ass, and my mom. If those who know my mom will know that's where I get it from. Oh yes, and she's always has. They used to call her Fatty with the big body.
See,
Wow.
And then she used to fry our chicken. My mom used to do the lovely fried chickens at home and sell, and growing up, that's what she and our little shop and thing.
So you still on your diet? Because I remember that you never did that, cook the food, and it was like raw plantain you were eating, and you had a dramatic.
I still do it.
Yeah.
But as I said, it you have to understand it to know. It depends on the type of diet. You understand? So first I went extreme, because I wanted to just cleanse. It was a cleanse. So once you go on that extreme cleanse, you don't eat certain things. I wasn't eating like seafood or nothing. I don't eat any meat. It was just raw stuff. So the raw took off everything to build back new cells.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
So, but when you're building back the cells, you have to eat properly now. So we eat like the chickpea and all these things for proteins, and those will build up back your body. And yes, but what happened to me now? I really wanted to stay mostly raw and just my fruits and stay, because I like to be skinny. A lot of people think that I see this big body. I like to be skinny. I love it. But the thing about it, as artists, it's hard for us on the streets. So what I did, I add back fish and a little seafood because of not wanting to be an issue on the road if I'm touring or nothing like that.
Oh, where it would be difficult to get the food
exactly, but I don't eat the red meat, none of that, all of them stuff, right? But I still eat my fruits, but the proteins with the chickpea and all this stuff, these will let it gain, but it's called muscles, because it's not, if you really see it, it's not fat, it's not gonna say blah, 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 blah. So the muscles, some of us I get the muscles in my back part and me.
So Macka, there's no help, no surgical help at all.
No, because if I really add on to this, it will be very bad.
So are you against plastic surgery?
Oh no.
Because I read that you said that you wanted to do your breasts.
Oh yes, definitely. I was always planning to do my breast. I even saved up the money. I remember a couple of years I saved up the money. I said I want to do my breast, because I said if I put on a little bit on my breast, my stomach will always seem small. You know, because people with big breasts and your stomach will seem small. And I remember a friend looked at me and said, let me tell you something, Macka. If you should live to see, say, 65, going 70, you're going to have these stiff-looking thing and a wrinkled body. And I'm like... and I went home.
That's true.
And I thought about it. And she said, people might find it, you're going to be looking stupid at that age. And I really felt, like...
But depending on how much...
I still want to do it.
But depending on how much you're putting, no, it wouldn't depend.
Exactly, because right now I'm at 36C, so I said I wanted to even go D cup.
Wow.
Not really that big, just they said 36, but go D. That's one up, But I mean, when she put that in my head, but I still want to do it. Honestly, maybe one day they're gonna see me come out with and that's the only thing gonna be done. But for now, it's just a one-way street, That is true.
You ready for that back pain, Macka?
That is true, because that is another thing. I had a girlfriend who had big breasts, so she had to reduce. And I had the next one that went to do her breast, and it actually gave her the back pain, and she had to go back to reduce. So all these things made me think twice, and then I think about maybe something might happen, whatever they put in might give me cancer. All these things.
Oh my God!
For the breast is it's very weird, and very. So I don't know. I'm still thinking though.
Okay.
So no BBL, no.
Not yet. I want to do
transfer to the booty area.
No. Oh my God! I always have this. If you come from Portmore, call the people.
Macka. Macka, when I saw you, Kate, when I saw you walking here, I'm like, what is Macka doing double cheeked up on a Thursday afternoon?
If I go on my phone right now, I can call.
It's conflicted.
If I go on my phone, I can't go from my phone right now and call somebody that I grew up with. And even that person sent me a voice note the other day saying, Macka, they don't understand. We grew up with them. No, I've always, I never usually have hips, but I always have a bottom. Big.
Would you confirm if you actually went?
Oh, sure. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you.
Yeah, I don't feel like you would like to.
I said when I do the breast, I'm gonna talk because I'm still thinking about it. I was gonna do it March of this year. I was gonna think about the breast.
So what changed?
And I said I still thought about. Oh God. I mean, I don't have the time to even
recover.
Take the break and all these things. So those are the thing. And trust me, I don't have anything against doing body for you. That's why another song I said, do up your body, girl, me not care. Do up your body. I mean, my friend named Cheryl see me here with she said, ball about for her. I know she got to do for her soon. So I say, girl.
Yo, Cheryl, why she load you up like that, Cheryl? Cheryl, why she blow up your spot like that, Cheryl?
So
Cheryl's embarrassed.
She's not embarrassed. She gonna do it. Why she do it? Let me tell her that she gonna do it.
She never want people for no though.
Okay, let me tell you something.
She just want to come out like,
yeah, let me tell you something.
Yeah, and do the rollout, delete all her Instagram picture and then follow the new thing. Yeah.
My mom is 70, right? And my stepdad says, even now, my mom, she doesn't wear skirts because she knows she looks good. She still have that. So she'll be like, if you show her skirt, oh, I'm not an old lady, I'm not wearing that. And she put on her shorts. She wear the above knee shorts. And my stepdad said when they come to Jamaica and they walk, he said that you have to walk far from her because the men keep calling to her and that.
Wow.
That's the time you pull her. Hey.
Because she's still looking good, even, and trust me, if you know my mom, as a lot of people grow up with, they will know. So definitely, that's where I got the shape from.
And you know what? At this point in time, I'm a believer because I feel like if you were gonna do it, you would say.
Oh yes, because even after having my son, my bottom gets so big, and I hated it. I was like, this is too much. I can't deal with it. So that's part of my body has always been big.
So you would agree though, like maybe the transformation, maybe that you've underwent, it's dramatic. Like definitely. Even the bigger bottom and whatever.
Oh yes, yeah. Because once I transform, because what happened, a lot of people didn't realize this, and I'm gonna speak this today. I'm gonna be honest about it. The couple years ago when I had to change my diet, I wasn't feeling good. I felt like something was coming for me. Like I started to have a lot of panic attacks.
I think you told us this.
And anxiety, right. So I was really not feeling myself. And going to doctors and they were saying, you're so healthy. And I have doctors said to me, oh, your blood pressure is like a 16-year-old. You're a healthy woman. What is going on? But I took it upon myself to say, I know it is something about, I'm eating or whatever. So I did my research, and when I did my research, a lot of people were saying they had the same problem, but they changed their diet. So that's how I went on that.
Yeah.
And I felt better. I felt great. I even feel better. I'm not anxious no more. I was scared to go on the plane.
I remember, because I remember when you came.
Yeah, I didn't want to do nothing. I see supermarkets and I park outside. I didn't want to go in because I'm shaking. I'm like, I'm not like this, and it's not like I'm worried about nothing. I'm just doing me and just get up one day. But what happened, they're saying we work so hard as artists that our body sometimes shuts down. Yeah. So that's what happened. And my body wanted to be neutral. It wanted nourishment.
Like a reset.
Yes. So I learned that. And what I did when I go on that diet change, I loved it so much. I always have pretty skin and all this thing, but it made me look younger, beautiful. I feel good in myself.
Yeah, because you're removing all the toxins and everything. Yeah.
And I realized all of those anxieties was because I'm still worried about it. And what happened, eating this way turned me into a happy person. I'm in a happy place. Right now, if someone even come in front of me and them a quarrel and I'm cussing me, I'm like, what? I'm like, still, I don't feel...
Yeah, we've met you a couple of times and you've always been a very happy person.
So I'm still sticking to that meal, and it's not, a lot of people like, oh, if I eat, I still I got this and still I got sick or but my body is prepared for anything right now, and I have a lot of energy and I'm feeling good.
Okay.
You and Danger really a beef now, like, or is that planting?
Baby, I'm more, but I'm gonna eat meat and so don't.
Hey, no beef. You guys are arguing.
Well, a lot of people. She run a joke and me run back a joke. We were at the football match and she said, why Macka, you can't tell me nothing you do my bottom. I do my bottom. And I'm like, no. And I'm explaining to her that my mom, and she still insists and she insists. And so I tell her, she does grudge me for my bottom. Yeah. So we run back a joke. So I grudge me for my bottom, and people say, oh, I like a joke, Sharon, I take it serious. But me can't run back a joke, you know, so I go.
Yeah.
And I know me steering, I miss some money. So everything where talk or go on, I'm going to turn into money. So Janice, at the rhythm, me hear the rhythm, I like it, I'm just
do the dream.
Yes, me just a dream body.
Just capitalize on all.
Oh yes. So, and then she answered me and said, oh, so there's something in our song and all these things. What? Dream body still a lead with a cat.
Oh God.
So I can't help but think this is all a plan thing, Macka.
Yeah.
You have a whole heap of years of the business. You're a wily veteran. You see me? And then there's this OnlyFans leak.
Oh my God. Mr. Look here, I take it to them. I can swear on my son life. I didn't plan that one shocked me. If I knew I could do that one, maybe I would have.
Don't swear to God, you know.
I swear.
That's lightning.
Look here, up to now, I don't even know how to answer to that OnlyFans videos because honestly, I'm gonna be honest, because I fixed with the panel, so we're not telling a lie. You understand? When me and Angela do the song, we laugh about it. You understand? We laugh about it and we not care see me because me I tell her I don't know my bottom and she still don't believe me. You know, but honestly no say to my face are. But with the OnlyFans, you see the OnlyFans thing, me never know so that'll come. So I honestly think it's because them sister Alkaline put me on the show, somebody was trying to do something, but it didn't work. I honestly, because I swear, it's like that one took me out because I wasn't prepared for that. I was like, I am busy trying to get my head together. I'm gonna come to Jamaica for this show. I'm gonna do my best because I'm gonna big up Alkaline and say, okay, Macka, come to the show. Yeah. So I think somebody, because in the lockdown the other day, everybody was looking anyways. Feel like money go on, artists then make the money. So honestly, I it's not even a man. A lot of people like, oh, is a man pay her for those? No, I add those on my OnlyFans page. Okay. Yeah, those videos. Anybody can. If you subscribe, you will go over there. But if you go, it's a long time. It's
be honest, Macka, you say you never prepared. I don't think anybody was prepared to see it.
No, I don't even see you like that, Macka.
Yeah.
and the thing about it, for someone to be devious like that, to just go and say, okay, I'm going to subscribe to our page to bring out that, to try and make sure you look bad.
I never really knew say about OnlyFans.
Yeah, why?
Because my life is always private and people do know. A lot of people have fans over there. I have a lot of fans.
No, the angel of fear, but I never know about
But then I thought that there was a way where OnlyFans had put in some sort of mechanism where you can know who, like, screen record the thing or download it illegally.
I thought they did that too. Yeah. I think they need to do it because at the end of the day, it's like this one, wasn't right. Like you go all the way in 2 years ago. I mean, it's like about 1.5 or 2 years ago. Those videos were up, and I didn't even care about those videos anymore. Already, collect me in the business. But you know, I know that somebody they after me.
Yeah.
I know somebody. 2 things happened on my OnlyFans page that I knew something. Somebody came like a female and said, "Oh, are you into girls? And I would love to see you. And I would pay X amount of money." And I said, "There's something not right about, you know," and I ignored the person. And I remember somebody else came about a month ago, and I was getting ready to go to my bed. You know, it was late. And usually they would DM me for special pictures, and the person was like, "Oh, can I get a special picture from you?" And I said, "Really?" I said, "I'm about to go to bed. Let me send you." And I sent the person, and I sent it for a certain amount of money that I know was high. And they paid for it.
Just to make sure that you
yes.
them. Okay.
And they paid for it. And I said, "Really?" And they said, "Send one more."
How much, Macka?
But now
I was gonna ask too, you know. I was gonna ask.
These are the questions that need
And I
asking.
sent the next one. And the person paid the money. And I said, "Huh?" And the person said, "I still want the next one, man." I'm like, "About 5.
Jaja.
I said, "Why the person come tonight spending all this money?" And then the person said to me, "Oh, I am going to keep the ones that you post. I'm going to use the ones that you post because those are looking better than these you send me." Somebody say, "You know, you're lying." I said, "The only reason why you're saying that is because I didn't send them with my face." And the person said, laugh out loud and said, "All right, have a good night." So it was a little...
It's sketchy.
Exactly. And I just said that to the person.
You say you're gonna use those, like his words where I'm gonna use
exactly. I'm gonna go. And I said the only reason why you're saying I don't like these is because I didn't send them with my face showing. And the person said, laugh out loud and say, "Have a good night." And I said, "Yes."
So you just
so when this happened now, that's the first thing come to me. I said, that's what the person came for.
So those the photos that were on the OnlyFans and where your face was showing, those are the ones that were leaked.
Right.
Okay.
So it's basically, I have those because I have, you understand? That is why I don't really go out and say, because the OnlyFans already have a way for you to just promote and special people. And people, you know, a lot of different people will come on it. So I'm not have to really say, I'm going to force it to out there or nothing like that. And if you even just have 10 or 20 fans over there, they like you. So they're going to just...
And they pay.
Exactly. So, I mean, and them not to be in person, I'm not do nothing. I like to say, if 10 man they over there give me X amount of money, them in my bed every night. No, them is just fantasizing. And what is, I mean?
Make your money.
So when the person asks if you like girls, you did answer?
I honestly ignored the person. I was like, something not right about this one.
And then they should probably things and then probably come back.
So
So you still have the OnlyFans?
Oh yes,
page?
but now I've done my fans.
You're not deactivated?
I got my fans. No, I didn't even check down the videos because I'm like, I even put up more because like, come on.
Seriously? Seriously?
I mean, so whoever want to come, they come. They're welcome.
would you say you get a boost from the leak?
Subscribe and pay. Well, I mean, obviously people are gonna go over there to look to see if more, you know. And yeah, I mean, but I wanted to take it down. Honestly, I was gonna take it down. I'm still thinking about that, but let me see you. I don't know.
So is there any sort of, like, especially when these things happen, what is the instant emotional reaction? And, you know, is it traumatizing in a way to you to have that? Because I remember at one
if
point...
If it was one time gone, when me
Yeah.
meet and my meds kind of different, maybe I would have angled it different.
Yeah.
But for now, I stayed, I was like, how do I answer to this? Even when I know I was going to be talking about it on this interview, I know a lot of people call me for interviews. I didn't. This is actually my first one. I'm going to really talk about it. And I'm like, I don't know what to say because people's going to say, "Oh, Macka, we know you do it." Because, I mean, artists, we do stuff. But this one, even I was saying to myself, "Why I didn't even know this would work if I would think about it." Like,
Wow.
I wasn't even thinking about it. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, wow. But I definitely think they did it because they want me to look bad coming towards the show.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely what happened. And I mean, it didn't work because we don't care. Like, one of the young boy, them I'm DM, Lord God. Young boy from all angles, the one of them said, I'm going to come on new rules to me. It's just more man and I'll ex them. Lord have mercy. I'll ex them.
What name? No one we didn't do. What name?
I'll ex them in a like. I mean,
What name again?
we don't know nobody. Don't call no name.
Kunta.
We don't know nobody. That's no. The man on the X. There are some people that are on the X.
Yeah.
Them doesn't exist.
But you know, the thing is like, because when you see it and you're saying that you would never even fathom to do that on your own. So it's just like a case where how you're able to keep going and deal with it. Because
you see,
I
was.
It's still an invasion of privacy. You consider it an invasion of privacy?
Where was Eden? I had other stuff to do that I had to prepare mentally and to come on for my show. So I wasn't even thinking about that. I'm also setting up my business and all these things. So I tried to stay focused, finish doing all of that. So I wasn't thinking about it until I really come to Jamaica now. I said, you have to think about this now, Macka, because...
And the backlash surrounding it where people were saying like it's desperate, and I saw a headline said that you should retire.
We always hear that.
Yeah, so I was like what were your thoughts when you...
I'm like, okay, I'm going to put about another OnlyFans or one of them page there, what you call it, and them donate to, GoFundMe, and they pay my bills if they want me to retire. would they GoFundMe if they want me to retire and pay my bills? Because I've never went into the Water Commission or the public service and say, when they reach a certain age, it's free.
This is true.
It gets more. Mm-hmm.
So if I set up a GoFundMe, Macka Diamond retirement money, take care of me for the rest, since whoever want that, I'm gonna see if they're gonna take care of me. But I think a lot of the people them who are bitter, they're just bitter because they don't take care of themselves. A lot of women them put man before themselves, and then make man bring them down, and them look ugly, and them look out of shape and stress out, and even them kids too. They have some bad kids, and they worry about the kids, even when the kids are a big man and big woman, but them forgot to live for them life, and the kids and them book them to and come back. They worry about that. I don't worry about those things.
Yeah, speaking of your kid, is he aware of the leaks?
I haven't spoke to him, honestly. I haven't spoke to him about that. He didn't mention it. But even my mom, they haven't mentioned, because I was so busy. I was so busy. I'm trying to set up a business at the moment, trying to come for this show. So honestly, my family, I haven't spoke to them about that. But as I'm going to say,
you think they will bring it up? You think they will?
Oh yes, definitely. I know even my son is gonna say it to me. But the thing about it, I don't think I was doing anything that outrageous, like for them to really think that it's nasty or whatever. It's just a woman.
But it should be on your side though, because as you said, it literally is an invasion of privacy. Like
exactly,
it was done without your consent.
Right, and if you are willing to pay just to come and expose me, which it doesn't make sense to me, whatever. I mean, trust me. Listen to me.
Is it because you have to? Is it that a case where you have to pay in order to get full access to the video?
Definitely.
So it's not like it was on your profile or anything at all. Like you have to pay to get access to it.
Exactly. You have to pay to go to see that.
Okay.
So it's definitely somebody who, and I mean,
did that.
It didn't do nothing to me. Like, as I tell you, ex and more man, and everybody does a look, and everybody want Macka now, and everybody I'm a baby, I'm a boo, and
if it's one thing we know about Macka Diamond, she don't have thin skin.
No.
She does not.
I used to, to be frank, but I grew it out. I think I grew it that long time. And I have no time for work about
But you have to, because you've been in this game for how many years, Macka? Like
a long time. And usually when I have shows, I say, oh God, them days are done. Me just know say when a show come, I just mash up that, and anything come, I just trample that and move on. I have to think that way. You know,
I was having a conversation to myself basically. I mean, I say it seems as if it's harder for women to persist in this industry as long as they do, because men seem to, they can live them life and do what they need to do, but women have to constantly, either them have to be revamping, them have to be doing like the extra stuff like the OnlyFans like
and
that.
People don't understand because when a lot of the male artists and nothing that going on for them, they will find women that will take care of them and give them stuff, and woman not just gonna get that like that,
No, Macka.
Really? They get money. They don't have something.
Really?
Is it really? Women get. It have to be a man where you're there with. Like that's your man. But I'm saying the man artists, I'm find out 10
I don't
different
to agree with
girls.
that either.
But just buy them stuff and them keep going. You know what I mean? Like they have the girls them that will buy them stuff, do that, give them this, give
I
them
need to
that.
find these girls.
But we know,
Very.
but we know as women, we can't go on because we've been knowing and 10 different men and I say, oh, I'm Macka Diamond, I'm man that, get this and get that. And you get what I'm saying? It's a little bit more fearful for us. And we have to do it more, a little bit more decent and discreet.
I mean, because I guess the situation is that you're forced to be more independent. Well, you know, if you weren't an artist, maybe you could have that liberty.
So that's what I mean. So as somebody that everybody knows, we can't. If you want to even do that, it's hard. These people gonna talk. We're gonna say, oh, this money. I say, oh, me I talk to that one. Then me I talk to this and me. And just imagine 6-7 man. I say, I'll be a minor and I'll be fine. You know, so certain things kind of weird for us. But when 10 girls I say, oh, I me have skill here. Oh, I'm very right in my fight. It looks good to the world, but we know.
I'm not sure about that one. Man.
No, me neither.
I'm not sure about
No, I mean people say we look bad on weed. That's what they say.
Yeah.
So what you say? If me have 10 man, I give me money, me can just come out and tell everybody.
We don't have to tell nobody, but that'd be good.
That me just said to you. So we have a more discreet and
well, yeah.
And women tends to be, whether we like it or not, we tend to be a little bit more independent. We're not gonna just sit, especially independent women. We're not gonna just say, okay, but we just, let me just done with the music right now and go sit down and make a man mind me. We can, you know. But because of the love of it, we might not do that. But as what I say with a man artist now, even if him have 5-6 girls, or him have one woman where him live with, and even if she had to carry him when it down, him still can go sing. But maybe some woman like me, you know, it ends up, me have to go end up become the housewife. Me have to start wash, cook, clean. Cause the man I take care of my car in my downtime. So me lose focus.
So you don't have that flexibility to still pursue your music.
Exactly. Meanwhile, the man know that him have that woman, she will cook, take care of him, so he can.
At that point, I get. Yeah,
right.
I get
you understand?
that.
So
I get that point.
it's difficult in a lot of ways.
True.
For us as females.
No, it really is. And I'm like, you know, because even in the pandemic, because it's mostly women I saw that did the OnlyFans. I don't know if there were any males that created our OnlyFans.
And a lot of people don't know the OnlyFans is set up is not only for what they think.
Yeah, it's not porn driven. No,
exactly, because it's not all of that alone is on my page. I still put up my stuff, I put up my music, I put up stuff. It's just different stuff. I mean, if I get up tomorrow morning and I'm having something special that I don't want the world to see, I don't want to share it with just my fans. Yeah, we put up those stuff.
Which I know, because I guess it's the porn stars make the idea of what it is, because
because in the pandemic they were going hard. Right. So I mean, we as females and we get less pay too. I mean, when I'm get the man them more money than the woman them, it's hard. Yeah. You know, so it's just a way of saying that we as women, we go through it all, but them say we're strong. I don't know. We're bound to take all of them pain. That's
not true. Dirty Eve. But I just want, like, what is one of the things that you change? Like, if you could change the perception of female artists and just change in the business for female artists, like what is it you change to make it easier and better and I guess more equal?
I honestly don't know what I would change, because the women, they themselves are self-destructive at times. You understand what I'm saying? Honestly, a lot of them, they're self-destructive, and I'm going to be honest about that. Like, a lot of them, when they reach certain, or their name been called, and they act funny, and a lot of them get hype and they don't understand it. And when me as a female will show them love her, so they will, you know, the females, just like in a regular life, where them just bicker against each other next door when they're ultra competitive, right? They do the same thing. Yeah. They don't show love and they don't understand that. Look, listen to me. Even if it's 1 million female is running this dancehall or this reggae industry, when you still don't turn up strong like the man them. We still have. So
you'd want more, I guess, like
cohesion
with women.
Love themselves and understand. Say, listen to me, we in a man's world. Because them said to a whole for female, like, oh, it's not male dominated. No, it is still in the people in mind.
No, it definitely
whether it is 100 women is in the business now and 100 man, the man them still more powerful because they're getting more paid and they're doing less song with us. The man them now push we in the business with them a lot. We still have to push ourselves, and a lot of these girls don't understand that even the people them will push them to, and most of them end up a date them. or being with them and just to them spend money on their career, and it's not
and
a lot of them.
corrupt it in a way.
Exactly. So them now look at that and say, so we as female we need to look out for each other and put it to a different extent. And no, but to them get a look at one man, them a date that man and them and take care of them. Them I say, we're not busy about them, not a female over this. And so it still make us a little less strong than the men because we're not coming together, which I mean, I don't know. We don't know to change that. I tried years ago. I tried that, and they were like, "Oh, she won't come run the thing, and she won't go like she this," and it was so much craziness. I mean, I had my first. I remember when, as Macka Diamond, my career took off, I had my first birthday party, and it was all female, and everyone was who not talk to who and who not this. It was crazy.
Wow.
I went to the and then the other day we did the pink rhythm also, and when Delamar is trying to get everybody to, it's just he couldn't do another rhythm.
Jaja.
He couldn't do another rhythm, but I was waiting on him to do another rhythm, and
he's like, this is too much.
I think the females them drove him crazy. Like everybody, some say them now go listen because them talk to the one there, this or some foolishness always happen, and we need to stop. This is one of that change. Stop the foolishness. We need to understand there is no business like show business. The music did not say it is a friendship. It is a business. There's no business like show business. You have to treat it like a business. Not because Fix. If Fix was around when not now going for Macka and never interview me one day, that not say when Macka get her big song and Fix call me not go. It's a business. It's a business now. Fix it a business with Macka to run a business, interview business. Let's go and get the business for the world. See me and see me business.
It's nothing personal.
It's a business.
But that's why you last long, because you're able to see this.
I have this mindset.
Yeah, so when people are coming to me, oh, them boy, they never used to voice me. I mean, I want to see them, man. Oh, I don't work for them money because them money this me. I feed them money I want. Yes. You see my business now? See my business that strive?
Yeah.
Come take the business.
See me. Camera they talk. I say,
yeah. See my business. Yeah, so it's all about the business. So I am the product. I am the business. The business that strive now. So come for me, come spend your money.
Like earlier when we start out this, you see me, I never used to say the most flattering things, boy, but you've become so endearing to me. I'm like, with more time, I get to appreciate even you as an artist. I say, you know what?
And it's like when
Macka
you're
longevity in the business. It's like almost every decade you have at least one song what the people them gravitate to, and that's not an easy thing to do.
Let me tell you something about Macka.
I'm going to give you flowers, Macka.
Let me tell you something about Charmaine Monroe. Even at primary school, the teacher that beat me the most became my best friend. Trust me.
Wow.
So a lot of people don't know that about me. If the people who I don't get along with at first always become my best friend because I don't care. And they see it, and when they see it, they will say, okay, you only say these things to make me do better. That's how I look at it. And if I get a strict teacher, I said she loves me. So I'd always stick to her. So when I wondering, oh, she beat me so much for learning. And Charmaine is still beside her. I never forget my teacher at primary school, Miss Dixon. She became my best friend. She was like, I was her best student because she beat me so much till I become the brightest student in class.
So you have to stop getting the beating.
So they don't understand. The more them beat me and the more them talk, it's like me strive off of that.
It seems like the older you get and the more years you accumulate in the business, and almost it seemed like the racier and sexier your video them are come out. It seemed like because
I'm one of the rude pitting them. The parents said, don't touch that, do that, I'm gonna beat you. Don't make no sense.
Well, it seems like the cause for retirement, them are grown now. Like it seems like that's your mentality when you hear and see them thing there, right?
Right.
To ignore them.
Alright, it make you stronger.
I'm like, this is a Capricorn. With a Capricorn on January 12th, we don't care. Capricorns not care. Capricorn, they don't understand me. They think it's because I'm desperate or no. If you do your research about Capricorns are one of the people
that tough. And then just
we don't care. We don't care. We are the goats. We are the goats and we shame. We'll fling $10 million bill in your face. And you wonder where would they get it from? And I say, oh, them feel like nothing now go on. It's just a Capricorn. Capricorn have them thing going elsewhere in them brain and in them pocket or somewhere like, and people will like, oh, like Capricorns don't just rely on one thing. Or
stubborn.
One thing can fling on the people in face. I mentioned it already being booked for New Rules.
And I feel like you're the only female. Right? I was trying to look for
there's
the
two
list.
more glimpse, 2 young ones are there.
Like who? But because
Right.
I was looking.
And I feel it's really cool. And
You feel like it's vindication, huh? In a way.
Well.
And who reached out to who? Like, was it Alkaline's team that reached out?
Yes. And I mean, I didn't believe. I think someone called and they was like, I said, they're playing. And then when we see, everything became reality, I said, oh, this is real enough. This is real. So they're coming for me. They're coming to see what I'm going to do. A lot of people. I did a show the other day in New York, with Massacre also. And I think they did the same thing like I said. Like we see how she got perform on this show. And it was, the promoter,
people know for sneeze at your stage performance because I've seen you perform.
Yeah, but what they're trying to think is that because this is a different generation, these are younger people. But they cannot say that because at the end of the day, the younger females, especially, they are looking up to me, and not to mention the young boy, them want me. So, yeah.
So what's your set going to be like? Because if we come and we are expect to see Macka, you're expecting a younger crowd. You're going to do Bunny. That one part, are you gonna do Dream Body?
Song them. I'm gonna do Dream Body. I have to introduce my new song. I make them know say me a chop like them too. So, but it's the fact that trust me, these kids know that they know Bunny, they know the songs.
Yeah.
They know them, man. They a lot of them do them research, and it's just for me to make them know say I still have it. That's it.
And you don't feel intimidated.
No. We can't
perform in front of like a younger audience.
No. We know them style already. I'm used to that. Growing up in the music, we're used to both the young and old and whatever. But I mean, for them to put me on the show also, and I think some of my generation is gonna squeeze there too. You understand? It's gonna mix. It's gonna definitely mix because I've seen people in my age group.
But as we say, you have a song in every generation.
So especially, and I mean, it's a big woman versus young girl. So the young boy don't want me. So as I say.
So is there? I mean,
have emphasized.
Have you ever?
Yeah, because the whole problem said them come on the show for me. So I remind them.
Did you and Alkaline have a relationship prior to you booking new viewers?
I've never met him before in person, but I've always heard of stuff that people say, oh, that entertainer always admire you. Because I know a lot of them will be looking at me and say, this girl now give up. So...
yeah. So you've never interacted. So that's why I say, like, did you guys have like a relationship that we, the public, really want to know?
Never.
Like, that's why
I would honestly say never. But people would tell me that they would be on ends with him and he would say something. Say, I rate that girl, or I've heard of it, So being on the show one day, maybe I would never surprise me, but maybe I have plans to. We never can tell.
Yeah, because I'm like, is this a way to do? I mean, I was thinking, like, is this you guys teasing a collaboration or something?
I honestly. I'm thinking, honestly.
And you be open to it?
Oh, definitely. I honestly, definitely thought that way too. I said, this is like it's a combination, a collab right away now. I'm preparing for that. So put me on the show. Let's hear, and then.
Okay.
I love Tira, Alkaline, Macka Diamond.
Oh, that's gonna be the baddest things.
I would.
All right, so I'm gonna joke about my mom. I remember a couple of years ago when Alkaline just came out, my mom do not listen.
Downtown.
It's not like she is or not, but she don't have the time for that. She ever busy. My mother ever busy working. And out of the blues, I remember I went to Canada visiting my mom, sitting down. Here my mom, you want to know who me like one artist, I said, you like one artist?
You?
So I start whatever most me come and say, Yeah. But it can say anytime my mother hears something, it's hot enough.
Yeah.
Trust me, because she not really a penetrate. I remember my mother look at me and say, you see that guy named Alkaline? I like him. My artist.
So she don't talk to you?
Yeah.
So what you say, oh, there's an artist. You say, oh, yes, me? And she said, no, not you. That's what she said.
My mother said, Alkaline. I said, what? Alkaline hot for you.
So you remember the song which song was it that she...
The woman not tell me nothing about the song. She just say, fear artist that, and the better part of come. And she said, couple weeks ago, I'm coming to the airport and I see him. Why them say him ugly? Why cute? Him look good.
Was it Was it the black eye alkaline?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
yes.
Wow.
She said, let me talk about something that I'm look good and just tall, so I see it. And then for come now, for see him put me on him show, but I said, this is a sign.
Is your mom here? Is she gonna be here?
No, but she was like, oh.
Your mom's not a supporter then, because she like alkaline and she's supposed to rate you. So
she should have.
There.
But she said me not think should have managed this, you know. She not gonna really, but she gonna want hope for see a clippings or something, you know.
Yeah,
Cause even the other day she said, when my artist Alkaline then look at him have a new song.
I'm hoping she buy the album.
Supposed to, I don't even know, but me and her not really correspond much about it, but we'll catch her sometime. I say a one thing. So I say, if my mother is a fan of Alkaline, you know.
And that's why you know when people boasting, like when older people wanna know about dance or no business about dance or know and hear something, that's how you know say it.
Exactly.
You know where you fall in the lineup of performing?
Not really, but wherever I'm falling, just no said still like a shell.
Macka just do Macka.
Yes, that's definitely.
But you know how long is your set?
About 30.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good time. Okay.
Yeah, well, I look forward to it,
Yeah,
Macka.
man.
As in, well, I look forward
Yeah,
to it.
man, you're a
Might
fun
just
giant,
do that.
man. You're a-
Might just do that. Maybe. You don't know.
You might.
Might.
You have to do it and have to come.
We don't know it. We don't know it. But I look forward to it. Give thanks for passing through the Macka. It's always a pleasure
Yeah, man, and
talking
thank
to
you for
and
always,
catching
you know.
up.
I mean,
And as we say, like, we have to give you flowers again. Let's
Again.
wrap giving you flowers.
Again.
Macka, you've been enduring in this business, and trust me, it's not easy for anybody, and especially not easy for a female to
not
weather
easy.
this
And
so
a lot
long.
of them, I
So-
heard them cry and them say, we're done with this. Why you
Done.
do it, Macka? Why you stay that so long? I don't know. It's the love. It's
Yeah.
all about the love. And I've given up a lot. A lot of people don't know I've given up a lot of my life to music. And this is me till death do us part. This is music.
And I've heard, because we've spoken to you before, and even just your son, because you be here and your son overseas and him something, and I'm
Exactly.
sure that's not an easy
Exactly.
thing
So
to
it's a
do.
lot I've been giving up, and music was always my life. And music is just still there for me. No matter what. If I get up tomorrow morning and say, no, I'm done. You just hear somebody come and tell the blues, I have a big project for you. And I'm like, no, me just say I'm done.
You like so want it to.
Oh, well, all right.
Exactly. Somebody always come and say,
Chop up back the boots, them.
Yeah, you're strong, Macka. Trust me. From the
Too
outside
strong.
looking in, I'm like, I mean, I know, someone to do it,
Have
but
to be.
I don't really read the comments. I think it's just people say it to me. And I've stopped reading. As I said, what you said, I get thick skin. Yeah, from that. Stop reading the comments. Stop. If certain things is happening on the internet, I just don't look at it. And I focus on what I'm doing. And
But you even turn out to be a good sport sometimes, because even when them, the old thing, when them didn't say,
oh, yes, I'm just dress up like that. And
Yeah.
me hear even female, I heard about even female in the business saying, oh, it's still not going to work and it's still not going to that. And I'm like, I'm still here. I don't care. I'm just doing me. When time I get another calling for do something else, or I move to something else, me now can't sit. I can't do it. Any other calling me get, if me ever go look at work, if me ever go plan
Go work.
or something.
This is your work.
Yeah, like me I say, it's obvious.
look
It's
at
gonna
work.
obvious. It's either me gonna go down to zero when me hungry and me dead. Even there were times where nothing, it just look like no shows now go on, and I was still surviving. I set up my thing when I do my dub plates, them I'm always getting dub plates. Where something just always happen. So I give thanks for the little, and I give thanks for the big, small,
Which is right.
big.
Be grateful at all times.
Exactly. So it made me
Right
look at myself and
mentality.
say, I'm still better off than some artists that started me. Some of them not get a bus.
See it there?
Yeah.
So
And some of them, you know, hear from them. They're not
disappear.
traveling. They're not doing
Exactly.
shows.
So
See
I have
me?
to give thanks.
We
If
just
out of-
talk
if-
to Jamie and them and say, you that him sip on the plane. You see me?
Exactly.
Side eye.
So out of 10 people who used to maybe par with me and me want to get the bus, and all of them have to go and do something else. Me have to say me bless and give thanks and
She's
just
right, man.
grateful. So I sit down and grateful for that. I still get up and say, Father God, I know say, me beg you for this, and you give me it, and I say, me have to just thanks for that, and I still have something out of it,
True.
and give thanks for that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Macka, give thanks for passing through.
Yeah, man.
No, I mean,
yourself.
I start calling you Macka Legend.
Maybe that's our next name change.
Maybe, yeah.
That's your legend. I keep up reminding people and telling people, say, yo, Macka Legend.
Because even the titles, them, me not care about them. Something like, look here, I don't even, if you ever come to my house, I don't do the clustering. I just want to say, and even when I walk on that show Saturday night, it's hungry. Me never eat from morning. Me I suffer. Me always just put my head away there and me want somebody else see me on the show tonight and book me again. That's me.
Make sure you say well fed before you do the show. Because I don't want you know reports say you drop down while you perform.
Have you ever performed at some fest?
And that tonight. That match at the place tonight. Macka drop down. You see what Macka brain work? You see what Macka brain work? I appreciate yo. That's a money. That's an opportunity.
We're not gonna.
Them will say you see. But tell us that you will retire now. Yeah, I did some fest. I did some fest with the money or suit and all these things.
But you're not on it this
No.
year, right? Okay. Well, maybe next year.
No, so the massive film.
After your big collab with Alkaline.
Alkaline them send call me. Paru New Rules them well want me.
See, I'm the lyrics there in mind already. Yo, Macka, what the people them can find on the social media?
You don't know Macka Diamond one all over. Google me. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on my Facebook fan page, Twitter, everything. You know, if you can't find me, Google me right now. Follow me, keep in touch. You know.
Subscribe to the OnlyFans.
Tell me about that. You know. I'm maybe going.
Wait, what is the top? What's the minimum? Your minimum entry
fee?
Yeah. Fee.
Oh well, we can charge. Well, I do like maybe $20 up for just to subscribe.
Okay.
I don't try to kill them, so if I get a lot of, but what they do is a lot of people will come in. The DM is the issue, or some of them will tip you, and I know a lot of those men will come and say, "Oh, what are you doing for today? We send you, some money." Just like
I'm
that.
sure enough of them want to get the tip.
Look here, I have men. Listen to me. I have men. Listen to me. I had men who saw me on shows. Like I remember this particular time I went to North Carolina and I was on a show. And I remember this guy hit me up on my Instagram and said, "Oh, I didn't even know there was a show in the club," and I was there because he's from a different country. And he said, "I don't understand your language, but when I saw the crowd coming, I stayed." And he said, "I loved your performance and you need to be treated well. I need to send you some money." And I sent him over there, on my OnlyFans. And then he came back and said, "No, man, let me just send you the money personally." And I would think he was lying. And I said, "Okay, send me the money." And he sent me €1,000. And I was like, "What?" And he didn't even see me. Just like that.
Money, yo.
And he haven't even seen me in person or met me. And he said, "You deserve it, man. You're looking great and you're sexy."
Money, cheers.
So you have some serious...
Words true to this day. Wow.
Yeah. So you have some serious money over there.
Yeah.
And then we just give it them money there and said, "Have a lunch, have a this."
Have a lunch.
Because, $1 is $1 in our country. And when people are foreign them now, them I said, $1,000 or something.
It's nothing, right?
Nothing. I just out in the world. And star life is different. They like stars and they like us,
All right, go easy there. Good body, Macka.
Body good.
Come out our place.
Nice.
Come on.
Dream body, girl, nice.
See there?
Kiss up yourself.
People.
Kiss up yourself, yeah.
People.
Kiss up yourself, girl, nice.
It's Macka Diamond, it's the fix. Come out our
Kiss
place.
up yourself, Sharon. Girl, nice. Kiss up
And they
yourself.
don't load up your friend. Come on.
And she loaded up herself earlier. Said, "Well, don't take the picture, so I'm a butter."
Shares and bars.